Only to Pakistan, hey? Only to Pakistan. Pakistan have just lost the second T20 international by 19 runs, bowled out for 99. Sounds like a nice number, hey? Well, it's not. On a pitch that can only be described as interesting, well, we got absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed by Zimbabwe. And to be honest with you, first of all, before I go on to my rant, props to Zimbabwe. But you know, I can't hold it in any longer. I really can't. Pakistan, I just cannot deal with what's going on in Pakistan. For anyone as well that watched this match, you might think this is a really low scoring affair. How did Pakistan not catch this? Okay, this track, you cannot go at 10 and over probably at any point in time. To just sum up what this track gave, two sixes were scored in this whole match. Sorry, three in this whole match. Two from Zimbabwe, one for Pakistan. In total, there were only, so we're talking 17 boundaries in the whole match. Sometimes an innings will consist of 17 boundaries if someone goes pretty big in a T20. Now, I'm not going to make any excuses for the pitch or whatever else because the pitch was the same for both teams. Both teams had the same pitch. Pakistan are supposed to be the superior team to Zimbabwe, and it was just interesting, to say the least. Before we go into the ins and outs of the match, let's talk about the team news. For Zimbabwe, pretty much the same team from what I can tell anyway. Brendan Taylor is the only guy that came in, the captain. He was the only difference. So good boost to them. They didn't really do much in this match, to be honest with you. For Pakistan, the two notable changes. Arshad Iqbal came in, made his debut, came in for I can't even remember who it was now because I'm so angry. Anyway, Arshad Iqbal and Danish Aziz came in. Sorry, Arshad Iqbal and Asif Ali even came in for Haider Ali. And out came Mohammad Nawaz for Arshad Iqbal. So Arshad Iqbal and Asif Ali in, Haider Ali and Mohammad Nawaz out. Fine. Okay, won the first match. I said if that was the case, you bring in maybe one player. The point to Asif Ali, though, is experienced, so fine. Okay, fine. We ended up winning the toss and we elected the field because we like chasing. That's the new Pakistan thing, which is fine. Didn't mind that. This track, like the first track, pretty bowler friendly. It's stopping on the track. It's spongy. Look, it almost looked like the pitch had not been covered and it was wet and sticky. And it's the type of pitch you'll get on a Sunday game in the UK where it hasn't been covered in in a in a recreation ground where the dogs are pooing everywhere. It was just crazy. I mean, it didn't look a fantastic strip, but again, both teams had to bat on it, so it literally doesn't make a jot of difference. Zimbabwe, it's funny because Kamwe, like the last match, he batted quite slowly, 34 or 40. But I tell you what, that looks damn good now. If you look at the rest of the scorecard for both teams, he actually top scored in the whole match for Zimbabwe, and Barbara Azam also. He actually top scored in the whole match, 44 or 41, sorry, or 45. Strike rate 91. And people might make fun of him, but to be honest with you, it was a hard track to bat on. But in saying that, right, it was a hard track to bat on, but we still should have won. And we set up the game pretty nicely, bowling out Zimbabwe for, well, restricting them to 118 for 9 of the 20 overs. Very briefly to go over some of the goings on in that Zimbabwe innings, because really I think the biggest thing is to talk about is Pakistan's innings. Brendan Taylor on his return to the team just got a bit stuck, 5 of 7. Which was a common theme really in this whole match, people getting out trying to pull or trying to go too hard at the ball. You had to play with softer hands. You had to be playing the ball late, really, really waiting for it. And unfortunately, some people going too hard at the ball. Brendan Taylor was one of those. Fahim Ashraf bowling that really annoying back of the length on kind of off stump length and line. Brennan Taylor trying to pull him away almost over mid off and chipping it straight to the man there. Maramani got out to Arshad Iqbal, very good ball, nicked behind. He was quite impressive, I thought, on debut. And Danish Aziz got Madvahir with a very good delivery, to be fair. He is a very dangerous player, Madvahir. So good to see him go. And Danish Aziz, the first 2 overs from him were very good. Only went for 12 runs in the first 2, picked up 2 wickets. Unfortunately, we pushed him a bit too far because he then proceeded to get hit quite badly. I think it was for nearly 17 in his third over. Some quite bad bowling, but also some good batting, I think, as well there. So I said you can't score 10 and over, but you can go for 17 apparently. But consistently, 10 and over is not doable. So that was pretty good. Burl as well was very disappointing. Osman Gade got him with a very good delivery, and he looked good. Osman, for the most part, although 7 and over on this track doesn't seem to be very good now that I think about it. But the 1 wicket for him was decent. And Horace Rolfe, I thought, was extremely impressive. 3 overs for only 10 runs. Should have bowled him out. We should have nicked an over from Danish Aziz, and that would have helped restrict the score to just over that 100 mark. But he bowled 3 overs for 10 runs and 1 wicket. And he just seems to be proving me wrong constantly, to be honest with you. He bowled an absolute peach to get Chakabva out, LBW, and his change-ups, his off-cutters, etc. are really, really impressive. On this track as well, it just sticks in the pitch. It's so hard to get away. Fahim was good, and he went for 5 and over. Hasnain was fantastic, 4.75 and over economy, and 2 wickets for him. And the wicket that he got, it was of Musakanda. This Yorker was an absolute beauty. Tailed in. Normally he gets the ball to shape away from the right-hander. It tailed into the right-hander. The leg stump went cartwheeling. Beautiful to see. Unfortunately, there was no speedometer in this match. No idea. I wanted to see how quick Arshad Iqbal was bowling, but either way, it doesn't matter. Pretty decent display from most of the bowlers. The 2 spinners, Osman and Danish Aziz, didn't do their job on this track because the Zimbabwe spinners showed in the second innings that actually this does give quite a bit for the spinners. Yes, the spinners for Pakistan picked up 3 wickets, but they also went for a combined total of 57 runs, which is almost half the total from only 7 overs. So pretty disappointing on that front. In terms of the batting, Musakanda 13 off 10, Chakabva 18 off 14, and John Dre played this audacious shot off the second ball that he faced off Hasnain. Again, this paddle shot for 6, unbelievable shot, but he only got 7. And then from there, really, it was just a case of Pakistan wrapping it up, and we did. And you're looking at that thinking 119 as a target is easy to get. We should get this pretty comfortably. I was doing the live stream for this match, for the chase anyway, and I had subscribers telling me, Pakistan have got the W in the bag. It's going to be easy. I was thinking, we should get this. We might probably will make a meal out of this, but we should get this. Now, we proceeded, Babar Azam and Rizwan proceed to go at 4 and over. Now, understand that this is a very hard track to bat on. Look, it's given. I understand that. And yes, Muzrabani especially, he bowled very well, I thought, especially early doors, and Garava as well. Both of them bowled really well early doors, and it was hard to get away. So understandable. Give yourself 2-3 overs, maybe 2 overs, I would say max. Then you need to start looking, what do I do? So if it's sticking in, then you can't go with hard hands. You have to go with softer hands. Play it late towards third man. Babar Azam started to do it. Rizwan started to do it, but they weren't doing it often enough. They weren't utilizing their skills enough. Zimbabwe, yes, they were bowling tight, but this, at the end of the day, and again, no offense, this is Zimbabwe, and the 2 batsmen that were opening up in Rizwan and Babar need to apply themselves better, especially Rizwan. He got stuck, and he ended up getting out 13 off 18. John Dre was the guy who got him. He was the standout performer for Zimbabwe. And Mohammed Rizwan just going too hard at the ball, trying to push at the ball, and just it stopped on him and he chipped it straight to cover. He was gone. And after that, Fakhar Zaman came in very shortly, for a very short spell anyway, 2 off 7, trying to smash Ryan Bell over cow corner. And it was too wide for him to try and slog sweep and hit it straight to the man at long on. And shortly after, Hafeez did something similar, tried to charge Ryan Bell, 5 off 10 for him, and hit it straight to the man again at long on. So really disappointing stuff from those 2 because they're experienced, they should know better. And I had a subscriber say to me, and it's such a good point. If it's stopping in the surface, you shouldn't be trying to hit aerially, right? You should be trying to time the ball along the ground. And unfortunately, those two just didn't get the memo. Barbara Azam then fell for 41 or 45. It looked like he was starting to find a couple of his classic drives through the offside. I mean, look, you can see where class shines through even on this type of track, and it was, but he went, and it was just really, really disappointing when he went. Again, this time tripping up in the air, straight to the man, Madvahir. And I'm just thinking to myself, we are in a load of trouble because at the 10 over mark, we were only 44 runs for 22. 44 for 2 at 10 overs. We're going at 4.4 and over. I understand the run rate is just under 6 and over, but that is way too slow. And we left ourselves way too much to do. One of the subscribers said to me after, and he made a fantastic point that he said in the first 10 overs, and those power play overs especially, we need to go slightly quicker. I said we should have been going at 7 and over, 6 or 7 and over. That was my initial thought when we started, and I think both of us got it right. That really came back to bite us in the butt. And it doesn't mean going into no. That's what I mean. 6 and 7 overs, just nurling it around. Ones and twos. I know it's hard track, but you need to adapt. Yeah, that was disappointing. Bob Razam, though, again, the stand-up performer for Pakistan. What's new? And Asif Ali, I mean, this was just a joke and a half. I mean, chipped the ball straight to the man at mid-on. Again, very similar to Brendan Taylor's dismissal. 1 of 3, and people were having a massive go at him. And I understand he shouldn't be in the team. He shouldn't be in the team. He's not an international quality player. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, I think he is more a very good domestic player, but it's too much of a jump, if I'm being honest with you. And unfortunately, it was too much, and he fell. Now, people saying, "Oh, Asif Ali, what's he doing? What's he doing?" You cannot blame Asif Ali for this loss. It's the whole team. It's barely really his responsibility. It's more the people like Rizwan, Bob Razam, Fakhar Zaman, Hafeez, right? I mean, Danish Aziz as well. I know he got some runs, but should have done better. Some of the bowlers. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't his fault. It definitely wasn't. It really epitomized Pakistan's day. And then Fahim Ashraf got out soon after 2 or 5 as well. And you're just thinking, this is rubbish. Usman, he got out in the first ball of the last over. We needed, by the way, at one point, it got to a point, I think it was the 14th over. And I just looked at it, and I think we needed just under 9 and over. And I said to myself, I said to the subscribers, we're going to lose this. And people weren't panicking. They were just, oh, it's fine. It's fine. I was like, no, we're going to lose. We're going to lose this now. Just under 9 and over on this track, we're not going to do it. We collapsed. We collapsed epically. Danish Aziz went and he tried to completely smash. He got run out even, sorry. He started to score a few, 22 or 24, then swung one into the leg side. Tried to run 2, but this is so poor. The first run, he doesn't sprint. He jogs, and then he turns and goes, oh, hold on. Yeah, I can run 2 here. Sprints and gets out. It's just really poor. Really, really poor batting. Really, really poor cricket. He had to go. Usman Qadir then on the last over, we needed 20 because Horace Rolfe came and hit a 6 in the penultimate over, which did help a little bit. I think we need like 38, 13 or something. But anyway, we got it down to 20 needed off the last over. And unfortunately, we just, I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect when you've got 2 tailenders in it? It's not going to happen, is it? Horace Rolfe did the right thing. Usman Qadir on the first ball, swung, missed. They just ran the single. Usman Qadir selfishly got run out. Perfect, that's fine. Get Horace Rolfe on strike because it looks like he can hit a little bit. But then unfortunately, he got out to John Dray. Then John Dray got out. By the way, John Dray's celebration, he got Bob Razam, which is a big, big wicket, and Rizwan, and Horace Rolfe, and Arshad Iqbal. He got 4 wickets for only 18 runs, 3.4 overs, 3.5 overs, sorry, even, coming at 4.7, and he had the celebration of it. He took his shoe off, and he'd hold it like it was a phone. It was such a funny celebration, but you know what? Fair play to him. Well played, Zimbabwe. And you know what? What can I say? Pakistan need to look at themselves and say, what have we done wrong there? Because I thought it was a very good performance. Angarava was really good, 3 overs, 10 runs for 3.33 economy. Ryan Barr did well, Madfahir, Masakadza. I thought all of them. Mazrabani was a little bit more expensive, 6 and over, but overall he was pretty good. Look, I don't want to go on about this too much. We got cleaned up for 99. Zimbabwe won by 19 runs with 1 ball to spare. Honestly, I am just now of the thinking that I don't know. I really don't know. It is really disappointing. It really is. But hopefully, we just pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, take the loss like a man, and you know what? Go into the 30-20 and blow them away. That's what we need to do. Fingers crossed we do it. And yeah, that's all I have to say on it. We need to learn from our lessons. There's no excuse about the pitch. You have to adapt. We didn't adapt. And it's disappointing because if we'd lost the first T20, I would have said fine. But now we've got used to the conditions, and it was just a slightly more extreme conditions as the first T20. You should be thinking, well, we can do this, and let's actually adapt. We didn't do that. Anyways, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel to grow. And hopefully I won't be doing another rant like this. It wasn't even too much of a rant, I don't think, but it was just, yeah, not great to watch, was it? Not great to watch. The pitch is another question. Let me know what you think of the pitch in general, just as a contest between bat and ball, I think, because I think it's probably too bowler friendly. You don't want it too batsman friendly when it's 200 plus, but I think this was pretty extreme as well. And let me know what you thought of Pakistan's performance. And I mean, people are saying Pakistan should get to the semi-finals of the World Cup. On this performance, I don't think so. That's